Juliet White hanged. In spite of collapse and unable to walk, it is learned that Juliet White was prostrate all night and continually under the doctor's care. In moments of consciousness, she kept protesting her innocence. When the time for the execution arrived, she was only partly conscious and had to be carried.
We're all murderers.
Hmm?
That French film we saw, do you remember? It said we're all murderers, letting this kind of thing go on.
Only 2,000 people were willing to sign that petition. 2,000.
You did your best, darling.
Well, the paper seems to think I did her more harm than good. Before showing the petition that persuaded the Home Secretary not to commute the sentence.
I don't believe that. Any protest is better than none.
Even a human rights organization is down on me for organizing that petition. Getting pasted all round.
Darling, people were put off because the case was so sordid. It offended our English sense of complacency.
We don't hang people because they commit murders, but because we disapprove of their private lives. Edith Thompson was hanged for adultery. Juliet White for being a prostitute. Oh, going it a bit for Seth Danby, aren't you?
Not really.
Who then?
Or for the other women in the powder room at the Normandy. A little bit for the head waiter, I suppose.
Is that where Danby's taking her? Normandy?
Seth Danby never eats anywhere else. That's one of the first things he told me.
What else does Seth Danby never do?
He never makes passes at girls who write articles about him.
Very eccentric of him.
That's what makes him a television personality. These little oddities that set him apart from other men.
Anyone who could keep his hands off you in that dress would have to be more than odd.
Darling.
That'd be downright perverted.
Now, one of the reasons why I love you, where I'm concerned, you're completely predictable. It's true, isn't it? Admit it. It's good for me.
I thought consistency was the mark of a small mind.
Don't spoil it. And don't be late home.
Nor you. In moments of consciousness, she kept protesting her innocence.
They all do. Even Cain pleaded not guilty. Anthony, what a pleasant surprise.
Who did you think it was? The voice of your conscience?
I have no conscience. I can't afford one.
It was you who helped put the rope around her neck, Inspector.
I was only doing my humble duty as a policeman. There's a law against shooting people in the back. It's my job to see that that law is enforced.
I believe the Nazis had laws against being born a Jew. Would you have helped to enforce those, too?
I wasn't aware that Miss Juliet White's religious beliefs, whatever they were introduced as evidence against her.
Her profession was.
As one versed in the law, Anthony, you must admit that her profession did have some bearing on the case. She didn't take that man back to her room to discuss moral rearmament.
My point. Soliciting and robbery are not capital offenses.
Is your indignation due to the fact that the poor woman was hanged? Or because you only secured 2,000 signatures on the petition that you so generously organized on her behalf?
No. I'm disgusted that in this country still, a woman can be dragged screaming to the scaffold and butchered like a sacrificial sheep.
Then you must use your influence as a distinguished barrister to have the laws changed. Until then, we can't be held personally responsible for the unfortunate events in Holloway Jail.
Who's this from?
It was a lady that telephoned, sir. She wouldn't leave her name, but she was most insistent that I give you that message.
9:30 Skeleton Club. Where's that?
The coffee bar in Soho. The haunt of cheap courtesans, predatory pimps, and other unsavory citizens.
Thank you, Rogers.
The lady asked me to add, sir, that she had some information to give you about a Miss White.
Juliet White?
I believe that was the name, sir.
Thank you, Rogers.
You're going, of course.
Not if you think I should.
Do remember, won't you, Anthony, the old Roman motto?
De mortuis?
No. Caveat emptor. Let the receiver beware, especially the receiver of dubious information.
person you're looking for.
Are you?
I hope you don't mind my calling you at your club. Your secretary said it would be all right.
Supposing you tell me your name first.
Oh, I'm Dolores Dacosta. You probably wouldn't remember. I was in that review, Odds and Ends, at the Lyric.
No, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember you, but Odds and Ends was some time ago, wasn't it?
I did a solo, a dance about the 11 plus. I'm a dancer.
I imagine you didn't ask me here to discuss your career.
No, I wanted to talk about Juliet White.
A friend of yours?
We shared a flat together for a while.
For how long? How long ago?
A few years.
Hi.
Hello, Scooty. Well, can't you wait a minute?
I got a gig. We're working now.
Well, can't you see I'm busy?
Come on, cut it out, will you? You're busy. Just give.
Not now.
Yeah, now. You've got your loot. What are you trying to do? Burn me? Come on, baby.
Sorry.
Well, now that you've got that out of the way, supposing we come to the point, son.
Through there?
Well then, what did you want to tell me about Juliet White?
She didn't do it. She didn't kill that man.
No? I suppose you know who did.
It was me.
You killed him.
That's right.
How? How did it happen?
I shot him.
Go on.
Well, where do you want me to start?
You start at the beginning, go on to the end, and then stop.
Well, I was just going home. He kept trying to pick me up, but I didn't want to have anything to do with him. He'd been drinking and he kept showing me his wallet. And I could see he had quite a lot of money on him. Well, I was broke and I thought if I could get him somewhere warm, he might pass out. Well, if it hadn't been me, it would have been the next girl. I mean, he was just asking to be robbed. Well, I was too scared to take him back to my place. But you remember I told you I used to share a flat with Juliet? Well, I still had the key. It was on the ring in my bag. So I took him there.
Where?
On 48 Bursa Street. He asked me my name and I told him it was Juliet. As soon as we got back to the flat and I lit the fire, he just flaked out on a chair and I took the wallet. Then I let him sleep for a bit and then when I woke him up, he was sick and I managed to get him into the cab without him knowing that he'd been robbed.
You were still at Juliet White's flat when he came back?
Well, I felt bad about it. I mean, using her flat and giving him her name. I was waiting for her. I was going to share the money with her.
How very generous of you.
But when he got back, he'd found out about the money. He was going to call the police.
Where was the gun?
In the bureau drawer. I'd noticed that earlier when I was looking for a shilling for the meter. You don't believe me, do you?
The police investigated this case very thoroughly for several weeks. They never suspected that they might have the wrong girl.
Look, after that man found he'd been robbed, he was asking round, wasn't he? Trying to find his way back to the room. Well, at the coffee stall and everywhere. He wasn't asking for me. He was asking for Juliet.
What did you do with the key? You haven't told me one fact that didn't come up at the trial or wasn't in the papers.
I didn't get that from the papers.
£1, 14 shillings and 6 pence.
Look at the signature.
Yes, where did you find
It
this?
was in his wallet.
How very considerate of you to wait until they'd hanged Juliet White before you made this confession.
I signed the petition.
I suppose you pay your taxes too.
I was afraid before.
Why aren't you afraid now?
They can't hang someone twice for the same thing, can they? Well, that's the law, isn't it?
Yes, something like that.
Well, you got up that petition. I mean, you think it was wrong they hung her.
What do you want me to do?
People will listen to you. I mean, it's on my conscience knowing she didn't do it.
Yes, I'm sure it must be. Well, I'll have to take this check. And the keys. You must leave them with me.
That's why I called you, wasn't it? I suppose you want proof I'm not just making it all up. I just want the truth to come out. That's why I called you.
October the 14th, the fatal day. Of course, we can check his signature. Do we know anything about Miss...
Dolores Dacosta.
Do we know anything about Miss Dolores Dacosta, sir?
Dorothy Coates, age 29, professional dancer. She shared a flat with Juliet White for 3 weeks back in 1961. Since then, there's been no evidence of any association between them.
Well, a very interesting story, Anthony. So thoughtful of you to bring it to me.
My humble duty as a citizen.
Is your humble duty taking you to Fleet Street?
No, I shall give you a chance to investigate it first.
You don't believe her story, do you?
I believe that check.
Yes, money can be persuasive. Perhaps Mr. Dacosta thought so too.
I don't see what she's got to gain out of this.
Her exclusive story, a nice fat check from a Sunday newspaper.
There is nothing to stop them hanging her too if she really did do it.
Nothing in the world, except public opinion. And that is your department, Anthony. Speeches, protest marches. What fun you'll have if Mr. Dacosta should be telling the truth.
What fun for you too, Charles. If you've hanged the wrong woman.
Caveat emptor, Anthony.
De mortuis, Charles. De mortuis nil nisi bonum. Never speak ill of the dead, sir.
You astound me, Swift.
It was on one of those question and answer programs the other evening. Do you think there's anything in her story, sir?
One key, one check, one Mr. Dacosta. Off you go, Swift.
Yes, I see. So you felt that you were the victim of a brutal system?
I didn't say that exactly, sir. Not a victim.
Now, wait a moment. You wrote me a letter some time ago. I have it here somewhere. Ah, yes, here we are. Now, yes, dear Mr. Danby, I have often watched your television program, Protest. 12 months ago, I enlisted in the Guards. I found the Army an inhuman machine. I beg your pardon. I thought you used the words brutal system. Inhuman machine. Yes. In protest against these conditions, I did what any self-respecting person would do in my place. You walked out.
Yes.
And as a result of this, you were court-martialed and sentenced to 3 months' detention in the glass house.
They make it seem more like 3 years, sir.
Yes, but you did desert the Guards.
I was absent without leave, which is different.
How long?
128 days, sir.
128 days. Gallivanting round Paris, knowing that the Army couldn't touch you in a foreign country.
No, sir.
Knowing that you had enough money to live comfortably. Do you call that a protest?
No, sir, but
Now, wait a minute. When you came back to England, you were sentenced to 3 months' detention. Now, do you consider that unjust? Do you consider yourself persecuted, ill-used?
You don't know what they do to you.
Oh, I don't know what they do to you. Well, what did they do to you? Did they flog?
Oh, well, your Mr. Danby can be pretty rough, can't he?
Oh, nobody thinks people in the right, darling. I mean, that's the whole point of his show. People have to take their chances.
I suppose the angrier he gets, the better the audience like it.
He beat out everything except Coronation Street last month.
Thank you, darling. What's he going to think of you when he reads your article on him?
Flattered to death, I should think. No, darling, I like him. He's honest. He believes in what he's doing.
I'd like to meet him.
Would you?
Now, why not? Why don't you ask him round for a drink one night?
What's this?
It's a practice bar.
Where did you say you got that check?
It was in his wallet.
Yes or no? But where did you get it?
I stole the wallet, I told you.
Practice bar. What do you use it for?
Practicing.
Practicing what?
Dancing, I'm a dancer.
How much money was there in that wallet?
£47.
What was it in? Pound notes.
Fivers, most of it.
How long since you had a job dancing?
Not so long, I get a club date sometimes.
What do you do to fill in between the club dates?
I give private instruction. Dancing lessons.
Did you ever take a man to Juliet White's flat to rob him before?
No.
Just that once?
How many times do I have to tell you? He kept after me. I was broke. I was going to tell him go chase himself. Then I thought I had the key to Juliet's flat.
And did you have it in mind to rob him then?
Yes, why shouldn't I? It was his fault. He was drunk. He kept showing me his wallet.
Do you want to come down to the station and make a statement now?
What for?
Well, you killed him, didn't you?
I told you I did.
We'll have to charge you then.
What with?
Murder.
You've already hung Juliet White. You can't charge me with that murder.
Who told you that?
Well, that's the law.
Yes or no? But who told you? Was it Mr. Brand?
I read it.
You've got it a little wrong, now. You can't try the same person twice for one murder. But you and Juliet White are not the same person, are you?
But if the Dacosta girl is telling the truth, what's the legal drill?
I should have to look up the precedents first.
If the police accept Dolores Dacosta's confession, they'll have to charge her with the murder, won't they?
The Home Secretary will have to admit that Juliet White was innocent.
That'll raise a stink, especially after the self-righteous way he dismissed your petition.
Might even finish him.
Is that what you want?
I didn't go to Dolores Dacosta. She came to me. She told me her story. I didn't take it to the newspapers. I went straight to it with the police. No official action has been taken. And we both know that no action will be taken unless public opinion is brought into the case.
Public opinion, the great two-edged sword.
It's rather your sort of thing, isn't it, Seth?
Excuse me, I'll see you later.
You met this girl?
No.
I suppose she'd be willing to repeat her confession on television.
She seems to be dying to make a martyr of herself.
Yes, amazing how many people are. Young boy I had in the program last week, deserted from the guards. Yes, we're very pleased with the progress of the program.
Darling, it's the Secretary of the Human Rights Organization. She's got some papers for me to sign. Please stay. No, I'll only be a few minutes. I'll take you in the study.
Right.
Let me get you another drink.
Thanks. Well, if I do have the girl on the program, I'll have to be pretty rough with her. After all, on her own admission, she let a friend of hers hang before she even opened her mouth.
You didn't say you were going to the police.
Don't I know your friend?
Maybe you heard me blow, man. Scooty Williams, auto.
Ah, fellow entertainer. What are you here for? To confess to the great train robbery?
Well, I'm just doing the chick a favor. Like she needed a witness. Dig?
You said they couldn't do anything to me. They couldn't hang two people for the same thing.
I never said any such thing.
I had to tell them the truth. I told the sergeant and the inspector.
And what did you tell them?
I was giving you a pack of lies.
Were you?
Do you want to know where I got that cheque? Juliet gave it to me that night when I ran into her. She was crowing about how she'd robbed some fella, so I asked her to lend me a couple of quid. She was sitting there counting the money, and then she saw that cheque and she gave me that.
Why?
Well, it wasn't worth anything. Well, it's like her way of being mean, wasn't it? Saying she wasn't going to lend me any money.
And this was before she killed the man.
Well, what do you think? Oh, look, later the next day she came to my flat. I mean, she asked me what I'd done with the cheque. Well, she was frightened, I could see that. I told her I'd thrown it away.
Why did you say that?
I was mad at her. I could tell she wanted it bad. I was going to keep it to pay her back for being so mean.
When you called me, what did you hope to gain by telling me the other story?
I thought they couldn't do anything to me. I thought you'd talk to the papers.
And they'd pay you for your confession.
Well, it's happened before. It wasn't the money. There's people who've got offers from posh West End clubs who are getting into the papers like that. Well, people who are never on the stage in their lives. I'm a trained dancer. I was in a revue. Well, you never said you'd go to the police.
Yes, you're a very persuasive girl. Why?
I suppose I was shocked by the hanging. A lot of people were.
Yes.
Kind of sickening details that came out of it. It was horrible enough if she was guilty.
I'm sorry.
Oh, darling. Seth's agreed, haven't you?
Well, of course I have. Provided the girl's telling the truth, it's the story of a lifetime.
I thought you'd see it like that.
And when can I meet her?
Is that absolutely necessary?
Well, I've got to talk to her before I put her on the program.
You don't mean the show's rehearsed, Seth?
Oh, no, not rehearsed. Prepared.
I don't think you ought to put the girl on the air. I think it's presenting the whole thing on the wrong level. Frankly, I think I should be the one to tell the story. I should tell it to you just as I have tonight. The facts, as I know them, as she told them to me.
Oh, you want all the glory for yourself, huh?
I don't expect any glory out of this. But if there are any repercussions, I should certainly be the one to take the full responsibility for them.
I can't, Scooty, I can't.
Oh, get up the bread, baby.
How? You think I don't have to pay out?
Look, I got a gig, haven't I? I get bread at midnight. You can pick up the loot there.
I haven't got it. I've got to buy it.
Look, baby, you know me. I can't play without that stuff.
Oh, go somewhere else, Scooty. Go see Charlie.
All right. You just listen here, baby. Next time you need a favor, like you want a witness or something, you go somewhere else. Dig?
And the key. Coming.
He came to me and said that she, in fact, had killed the man and not Juliet White.
Now, wait a minute.
Yes.
Let's get this thing straight. This girl...
Dolores Dacosta, isn't it?
Dolores Dacosta.
Well, she's a dancer. She lived with Juliet White some time ago and had a key. And so was able to take this man to Juliet White's flat.
Oh, I see. So you think Juliet White was innocent?
Well, I think there is sufficient evidence for reopening the case.
You mean that the key, anyone could have got...
No. There is a check also, which she claims to have taken from the man's wallet.
I see. Miss Dacosta let her friend Juliet White hang.
So it would appear. She came to me of her own free will.
Miss Dolores Dacosta? Well, you must be. You are.
What do you want?
I saw your advertisement in Show Week. Costume dancing, a speciality, Spanish and ballet, private instruction.
Well, what about it?
That's why I'm here.
This time of night, a joke.
No joke.
Don't just walk.
Let me introduce myself. Alan Day, Public Relations Personal Manager.
Oh, you mean you're an agent?
That's right. And you're going to need one, baby. You're famous, do you know that? You're famous, and I'm going to make you rich.
Oh, you're not the one that's been hanging about across the street all afternoon.
You weren't famous this afternoon.
What are you getting at?
Didn't you see the Seth Danby show tonight?
Well, now, Mr. Costa feels, and I may say in my opinion has every right to feel, that you've done her grave injustice, Mr. Brand. In a legal sense, of course.
You are acting for Miss Dacosta, Mr. March?
Well, in a manner of speaking, yes. I have been engaged as her solicitor by Mr. Alan Day here.
I'm a personal manager.
I would think that was rather incriminating admission.
Oh, no, nothing of the sort. I'm her theatrical and literary agent, strictly legitimate.
You were saying that Miss Dacosta feels that I have done her an injustice, Mr. March.
Defamation of character, false accusation. And the fact is that she's going to sue you for libel.
Slander. The accusation was spoken, not published. That would make it slander.
Suit yourself. The point is she's got a damn good case against you, Brand.
Really?
I may say her position would seem all that stronger in view of the fact that she denied the allegation in front of a witness before you made your accusations against her on television.
Cleveland versus Marshall, 1935, I believe.
Exactly. Cleveland was awarded £18,000 in damages.
That's a nice piece of change.
Then you'd better advise your client to institute proceedings against me immediately, Mr.
We're not absolutely insisting on 18,000.
Naturally, as this is a clear case of criminal slander, you would have to face criminal proceedings.
Unless you care to settle the matter in some other way, of course.
Oscar Wilde versus Lord Queensberry, 1895, I believe.
Exactly. Lord Queensberry was arrested, if you remember.
And Wilde was sent to prison, if you remember. Now, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen.
One check, one key. Put them away, Swift.
Where's it?
File them with the rest of the Juliet White material. The case is closed.
You don't watch television very often, do you, sir?
Haven't the time, Swift.
Your friend Mr. Brand was on the Seth Danby show last night.
How the man does get about.
He repeated the story. Miss Dacosta's confession.
I may not watch television, Swift, but I do try and keep abreast of the times. And I prefer my information in a less pre-digested form. The afternoon papers.
She's suing him. Good for her. If she wins, it'll be the end of it as far as we're concerned.
I don't think so, Swift. Some very interesting reports are filtering through. I think we shall continue for a while to keep an eye on Miss Dacosta.
Brand. Oh, your clerk told me that you were here. Where can we talk alone?
Do you know, I believe it was in this very corridor that Carson and Birkenhead first discussed the secret provisions of the Irish Treaty.
Oh, what the
The
devil?
place is so public, people thought they were discussing the weather.
Look, have you seen the papers?
She's not taken proceedings against you or the television.
You used me.
Used?
Yes, she said you knew those accusations were false when you made them.
I knew that she had denied her original confession.
Are you trying to say that you didn't believe her denials?
I believe in a check and a key. I've seen them. They exist.
And you think that you can win this case?
English law is thorough, impartial, and absolutely unpredictable.
Oh, that's all very clever, but you'll be arrested and charged.
On Monday, I should think, once she's sworn to the complaint against me.
Well, I can't help you. I can't even back you up. You understand that, don't you?
But we agreed that I should take full responsibility for any repercussions.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're on your own. I only hope you're sure of your legal position.
You found him?
How do you mean you used to get it from her?
She was my contact man. She was pushing the stuff.
So?
She used to pick up the tea for me, connect, pick up the grass for me, and I paid her money for it.
Well, what do you want me to do? Give you your money back?
All I'm saying is there'll be a real scene if she gets busted by the fuzz.
How? How could the police get onto her?
I've been flipping because the fuzz been bugging me over Dolores. But I played it pear-shaped. I didn't tell him anything.
You didn't tell them anything yet, is that it?
I don't want her to get busted, but if the fuzz keep bugging me, they could put the arm on her, too.
Nothing doing.
What?
There's no more point bribing you to keep your mouth shut than there is to bribe a baby from stopping dribbling.
Look, I didn't ask you to show here for that. I don't want any bread from you.
Good, you're not getting any.
I just wanted you to dig the scene.
Thanks.
Just tell the chick the fuzz have been bugging me so she'll play it cool. She'll know what the scene is, Dick.
And if you don't keep your mouth shut, you'll know what the scene is, won't you?
Dirty little liar.
Is it true?
I used to get him some charge a couple of times. I thought I was doing him a favour.
You'd make a regular thing of it, didn't you?
What?
Getting Indian hemp and peddling it around Soho.
Well, it's not as if I was selling it to kids. I only did it for friends. All these musicians like Scooter, they think it helps them play better.
Oh, don't worry, my poppet. It's against the law to sell a pound of sugar on Sundays, but lots of people do.
That Brand's behind all this. I'm dropping it if I don't sign that complaint.
Dropping nothing. I've got a lot of time invested in you. To say nothing of lawyers' fees. You're going to pay off.
It's easy for you. You don't have to go to jail.
No one's going to jail. Brand's just showing his trumps before coming to terms with it. It's time we both had a talk with him.
Oh, I mustn't go near Brand. That solicitor said that'd be confusion.
Collusion. Collusion, my love. There's no reason why you shouldn't run into him, though. At a party or something.
Alan Day. You're invited to a party, Branston News. Who's Alan Day?
He's a young man who lives by his wits. Personal manager is the euphemism that he prefers.
Of course, he's the one who got hold of that girl and persuaded her to sue you. Tony, not getting in too deep, are you? I mean, isn't this going to do a lot of harm to your career?
It will finish me with the Human Rights Organization, if I lose. Got another rocket from them this afternoon.
Darling, you did know her confession was a fake before the Seth Danby show.
Stop worrying. She hasn't signed the complaint against me yet. Still got 2 days to back down.
You're not going, of course.
No, I better not. Pity, it might be amusing. You wouldn't like to go, would you?
Without you?
Well, you haven't met Miss Dacosta. Would you hate to go? Sort of keep your eyes open for me?
Doesn't sound like the sort of thing that would be much fun for a girl alone. A lot of avid young men with hot hands, I should think.
You needn't go alone.
Well, I can't very well ask Seth Danby.
What about Swift?
Sergeant Swift?
Will you owe him a favor? Don't you think it'd be rather nice if you asked him to take you?
Nice for you, darling.
Maybe protection for you against all those avid young men. I'll call him if you like. Tell him I've got a meeting and you've got a party you'd like to go to, given by a friend of yours.
If you want me to exert my charms for your devious ends, you better let me telephone. He certainly wouldn't go if you asked him.
Okay.
I wonder what he's like off duty. He's rather nice looking, really. I suppose.
At least there's room to stand up in here. Just.
I think the trick is to keep moving.
How's the freelance journalism?
Do you care, or are you just being polite?
Maybe I'm trying to care.
I seem to have run out of ideas rather lately.
What about the Juliet White case?
Oh, I haven't got the right angle on that yet.
That's easy. The police hanged an innocent woman.
Did they?
At least that's what your husband thinks.
Well, hasn't told me.
Have you ever watched television?
Do you think you hanged an innocent woman?
People have got some funny ideas about the police. Seem to think we don't care about the evidence, we don't even bother to investigate the facts. We just arrest people.
What are the police really like?
Overworked, underpaid. Most of us try to do the best we can. Just like everybody else.
You know what you're trying to tell me? That you're only human.
Yes, I'm sure.
Who's the girl?
Maybe she's a copper too.
Those legs?
Oh.
You mind? I'm afraid we haven't been introduced.
Alice Brand. And who are you, if it's any of my business?
Well, actually, I'm the host. The bloke who invited me.
Oh. Alan Day. I'm afraid.
So that's your friend. Our host?
I have a terrible memory for faces.
I can understand why I can't recognize you.
I told you we should keep moving.
That sergeant talks to Scooty.
Worry.
Scooty Stone, don't you see? He'll say anything.
Scooty knows enough to keep his mouth shut, stoned or not.
Don't you see Brand and the police are working together?
Brand isn't even here.
Marvellous, his wife is with a copper.
That's just a ploy.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I'm getting out.
Stay right where you are. Stop looking so bloody scared. That's just what they're trying to do, scare you. Come on.
With these two cats walking down the street, see, and this jag comes along and it goes past them, pow, traveling like a bat out of hell. One cat turns to the other and says, man, I thought he'd never pass. Don't you think that's funny? Hey, you think that's funny, don't you, man?
Oh, yeah. It's killing me.
Hey, did you ever turn on, man?
Every chance I get. Trouble is, it's hard to find.
Oh, that ain't no lie.
No.
Hey, baby, do you want a good connection?
You know someone?
Yeah, sure. There's a chick around here.
She said?
Yeah, she's sort of a blue.
I don't know why I wanted to go, really.
Look, it's all right. I don't mind. But don't try to kid me. I know why you wanted me to come.
You make me feel rather cheap.
And don't put that one over on me either.
Okay, all right. It isn't your fault. Nice.
Oh, darling. Did you have fun?
It was better than the underground.
Oh, poor darling. Didn't young Galahad protect you?
Oh, he behaved like a perfect gentleman, as the saying goes.
Must be out of his mind. Was the girl there?
Mm-hmm.
Did she know who you were?
She seemed frightened to death. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Yeah, sweet girl.
No, don't, Tony, please. Don't.
Any man who could keep his hands off you in that dress would have to be out of his mind. Hello. Anthony Brand here. Who?
Horace March, of March and Waygood. I'm sorry to disturb you so late. My client has instructed me to inform you that she wishes to withdraw her slander action against you. She will not sign the complaint on Monday. Not at all, Mr. Brand. Mr. Allen Day isn't going to like this, you know. He's not going to like it in the least. Neither are the police.
Oliver?
Not for the unfortunate Miss Dacosta, I'm afraid. For her, it is just the beginning.
The beginning of what?
6 months in one of Her Majesty's prisons.
6 months for peddling Indian hemp. She was lucky.
The judge was pleased to take a lenient view of the case.
The judge or the police? You intimidated her, didn't you? Then agreed to let her off lightly if she publicly withdrew her murder confession.
I never intimidate young women, Anthony. I'm happy to leave that to others.
The Juliet White case, you're happy to leave that closed, too, aren't you?
I was never aware that there were any grounds for reopening it, except in Miss Dacosta's vivid imagination. I wonder where she ever got the idea that two people could not be charged with the same murder. Not from a member of the legal profession, I hope.
I have no idea. She didn't consult my professional opinion on the matter.
Did you ever really believe her confession, Anthony?
Saw no reason to doubt her word in the beginning.
I wish sometimes I could understand you better. All this twisting and turning and laying about you, Anthony, peaked because of the failure of your petition.
Darling? Goodbye.
But
Can't understand why she married him.
I never realized that Miss Dacosta had ever been married, Swift.
No, sir. No, she never was.